In this video, we're going to go over multiplying radicals. So there are 3 simple steps to multiplying and simplifying radicals. Step 1 is to multiply the coefficients. So I noticed that -3 is a number in front of a radical, so it is a coefficient, and I would need to multiply whatever coefficient is in front of square root of 8. In this case, it is my invisible 1 that's always there when I need it. So I'm going to multiply 1 times -3, which gives me -3. Then I'm going to multiply the radicands using the product rule. So radicands are the numbers inside the radical, so 8 times 2. So that's going to stay in the square root. 8 times 2 is 16. The last step is to simplify the resulting radical. So in this case, I'm going back to a simplifying radicals idea. Square root of 16 is the number 4 because 16 is a perfect square. And I have the coefficient of -3 that I'm going to bring down. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify that. -3 times 4 is going to give me -12. That would be my final answer. So we can use the distributive property when we are dealing with radicals because it's the same ideas as multiplying. So I'm going to multiply square root of 6 into 3 and square root of 8. So in order to multiply square root of 6 times 3, if it helps, you can write it to the side as a separate problem so that you can see what we are doing. So I'm going to multiply 3 with my invisible 1 coefficient because my first step is to multiply coefficients. So 1 times 3 gives me 3. Then I'm going to multiply my radicals. Well, I only have the square root of 6 as a radical. So 3 square root of 6 is my only radical. Then I'm going to multiply the square root of 6 with the square root of 8. So on the other side, I'm going to write square root of 6, square root of 8 as its own separate problem. What we just did that, we multiplied the insides. So 6 times 8 gives me 48. So technically I have plus the square root of 48. However, we want to break apart because we need to simplify the resulting radical. So I want to simplify the square root of 48. Using 16 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify here. We have 4 square root of 3. So this 48 really turns into 4 square root of 3. And I'm going to bring down. So what I would have is an adding and subtracting problem. However, here I do not have the same radicand. The radicand is 6 and 3. They are not the same. So this would be my final answer. The secret word for this video is tracker, because this is your reminder that if you have your original vocab tracker, the tracker given to you in September, you want to have that ready to hand in because that might be worth some points. So here we have an example where we have double distribution. We are multiplying twice, or we're using the thing we used before, FOIL. If it helps, you can write out the problem twice to help you see what are we multiplying with what. So all I did was break apart my first parentheses into 2 separate problems so I can see what is being multiplied with what. I am first distributing the 4. The 4 is going to the 2 and then to the square root of 3. Then I'm going to take the square root of 3 that's in here. I'm going to take my square root of 3 and it's getting multiplied to the 2 and the square root of 3. So then we're going to multiply. So 4 times 2. That's going to give us just 8. But then we're going to multiply 4 times square root of 3. Well, I need to multiply the coefficients first. So that is an invisible 1. So 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. And then I'm going to multiply the radicals, which is just square root of 3 because there's no other radical left. I'm going to do the same thing now with my second problem. Positive square root of 3 times 2. Remember coefficients, then radicals. So I get coefficient of invisible 1 times 2. That gives me a positive 2. And our radicals, which is just square root of 3. Last multiplication is going to be square root of 3 again with negative square root of 3. So remember, coefficients are always going to go first. So invisible 1 times invisible negative 1 gives me negative 1. No need to write invisible ones. And then we're going to multiply square root of 3 times square root of 3. Well, off to the side, square root of 3, you multiply the inside, so you get 9. But the square root of 9 is just the number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify this. I'm going to say that that turns into negative 3. And I'm going to go ahead and bring everything else down. I'm going to bring down the 8, the minus 4, square root of 3, the plus 2, square root of 3. I also notice that I have something that I can add or subtract because I have same radicand with the same index. So that means that I can add negative 4 plus 2. That is going to give me negative 2. We can keep square root of 3. I also notice that I have 8, a whole number, and 3, a whole number. So I can combine like terms. 8 minus 3 gives me 5. So plus 5. That would be my final answer. So at this point, we've covered everything that you will encounter in your quiz. This is a self-paced activity, meaning that you can take the quiz whenever you think you're ready. Things that you have to have complete before you can take the quiz are the 2 assignments, the multiplying radical sheets and the multiplying radicals practice homework sheet. You will also receive a review that is optional. You do not need to complete that one for a grade. However, it would help you be more successful on your quiz. So make sure to ask your teacher for the quiz when you are ready. You can also ask for assistance in class.